Have you ever wondered what would happen if you treated your creative passion, your art, your design, your story, as a business, not a hobby? Imagine a world where creativity and commerce aren't enemies, but allies, where your unique vision fuels not just inspiration, but income too. What if I told you there's a book that weaves that possibility into a blueprint with stories from industry titans and the confidence to say, I can do this too? Hi, everyone. I'm David, and today I want to share a book that's both a wake-up call and a guidebook, The Creative Entrepreneur by Carolyn Dailey. It matters right now because it tackles a big myth that creativity and business are incompatible, and it flips it on its head. And in an era where creativity is more critical than ever, it's a message we need to hear. The Creative Entrepreneur is essentially a handbook born from Carolyn Dailey's deep experience in both corporate leadership and creative industries. Packed with wisdom from 10 renowned creative professionals, I've distilled the book into 4 game-changing ideas that I believe can shift how you think, create, and build. 1. The book shatters the myth that business means selling out. Dailey shows how artistry and enterprise can lift each other up. Nile Rodgers took art, his music, and turned it into a thriving global enterprise. He didn't dilute his creativity, he amplified it. If you believe your creative voice is your business, not separate from it, you build something authentic, something that sells because it's original. 2. Through stories from designers like Roxanda Ilincic to filmmakers like Andy Harries, the book shows there's no single formula. Some bootstrap, others raise capital. Some scale globally, others stay intentionally small. A blog that evolves into a creative agency. No plan, just passion. That's the real-life arc many creatives live, and it's valid. You don't need to mimic some business model. Your journey is yours. Freedom to adapt is your edge. 3. Dailey doesn't just inspire, she equips. Each profile ends with business essentials, checklists on branding, IP, funding, networking. One creative learned QuickBooks last year, and that small business move changed everything. Knowing the craft isn't enough. You need basic tools to protect, grow, and sustain your creative work. For Dailey emphasizes that business isn't just about jargon. It's about nurturing relationships. Mentors are those who've walked your path, who gently guide rather than lecture. Creatives learning from others, those rare role models in the creative entrepreneur world, helps them avoid clueless mistakes and grow faster. Entrepreneurship can feel lonely. Having a mentor who understands both your creativity and your ambition is like having a compass when you feel lost. So, how can you start applying these ideas today? Even before turning the first page, start by reframing your mindset. Ask yourself, what if my creative project is my business? Let that question guide your next step. Take one business concept, brand, pricing, IP, and spend 20 minutes this week just learning one key thing. No overwhelm, just curiosity. Reach out to someone you admire, even online. Ask one thoughtful, humble question about their journey as a creative entrepreneur. It's often surprising how generous people are. Write down one small, practical goal, e.g. define my value versus competition, or draft a simple revenue idea around my art. Those tiny steps shift mindsets, and momentum follows. If this sounds like the kind of clarity, connection, and confidence you've been searching for, The Creative Entrepreneur by Carolyn Dailey might just be the spark you needed. It's not just another business book. It's a beautifully designed, story-rich, action-packed guide that meets you where you are. Worth owning, worth revisiting. So consider grabbing your own copy. Let it sit where you can see it. Open it when you feel stuck, and let it remind you, your creativity can fuel your success. Until then, keep trusting your creativity, giving it a place to thrive, and don't forget to subscribe to stay inspired, supported, and growing. Talk soon. And here's to building a creative life that matters. Bye-bye.